Personal story segment tonight, Glenn Beck. Tomorrow he will join with Senator Ted Cruz and Donald Trump at the anti-Iran nuke rally in Washington. And Beck joins us now from Dallas. So,
Mr. O'Reilly,
that's who I am. Don't forget me. I know you're very big these days.
Oh, yeah.
Never forget.
Right. Yes.
Humble roots. Yeah. Now, you're not a big fan of Trump, but he's going to be at that rally. Do you foresee any problems?
Not with me. I'll stand with any man who stands on the right side on this issue. You stand with Israel, I'm with you.
Okay. What is it about Trump's candidacy that has you...
He's a progressive. He's a progressive, Bill. He has a clear, long history of progressive tactics. His answer on the border was the reason why we're having these problems is because the people in Washington, D.C. are stupid. That's pretty much his answer on everything, implying that if we just have smarter people in Washington, D.C., we can run the government better.
Yeah, but there's no doubt that Trump wants to put a border up. He wants to deport people. So he's not a progressive on that issue, Beck. Come on.
Yeah, he is. He wants to do it through bigger government. Look, the idea...
You're going to need a lot of buses to deport 12 million people, and the government's the only one who has them.
Yeah.
Look, come on. What you're doing is you're going back in time to when Trump didn't care about political stuff. Now he's reshaped his message.
That hurts him even more in my book. I want a man who lives by his principles. I mean, I've had opportunities with my fledgling network to be able to make deals and to do favors for people and have them do things for me. I don't do it because it's wrong.
You've changed your opinion on some things.
No. It's not about changing your opinion. It's about how he views the role of the government. I'd like to hear an in-depth conversation with Donald Trump on the Constitution. He won't come on my show at this point. I hope to talk to him tomorrow and convince him that it would be a wise thing to come on the show.
Okay. Now, August 28th, you were down in Alabama with a big unity rally, okay?
Yes.
Let's just give this clip here.
We must all stand together. Come together, because we're either all in this movement or we are all out of this movement. You can't pick and choose every day.
So you had, 25,000 people down there?
Yeah.
But nobody covered it.
Nobody covered it. It was the city said that it was the largest march since Martin Luther King marched the streets in 1963. It was a really powerful thing, and the media didn't cover it, but the media's out of touch.
Okay,
anyway.
So why didn't the media cover it? You look like you want to do some good here. You look like you're trying to get all Americans to at least join together to improve the country. I think that's what the message was.
I'm not guessing why the media. I will tell you, the same weekend they covered the 350 people that said Black Lives Matter, when we had 25,000 people saying all lives matter. One was peaceful, one was violent. You decide why they covered what they covered.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. Here's the thing, Bill. Tomorrow, especially when we're in Washington talking about this Israel deal, I really truly believe we're at a fork at the road. This is everything that I've been talking about. When I was last on Fox that last year, I made a very big point to have this chalkboard up every single day. Said a caliphate will be established. It will spread across the Middle East. It will then destabilize Europe and the Western world. That we're now seeing that destabilization with all of these people that are going and trying to flee the Middle East and flee the caliphate. It's destabilizing everything. Now we have our leaders this week debating whether they should continue to fund Planned Parenthood anymore. We have people that are still in both political parties that will talk to Black Lives Matter people, and the Democrats are embracing them many times. That's death in both of those things. We now have the Iranians. We're making a deal with the Iranians. That's choosing death, life of Israel.
Okay, but let me get you that. It's a fait accompli that this deal is going to get approved
but
because wait, just let me pose the question back. Fait accompli. All right, Democratic party's rallying around President Obama. There's only 3 Democratic senators going to dissent. He's got enough to filibuster it. Can't get it to a vote in the Senate. It goes through. So what are you trying to accomplish tomorrow at this rally if it's going to go through?
I'm going to try to do something that I don't think anybody else is doing. In fact, I talked to a speechwriter of one of the major candidates today, and I shared with him my speech, and I said, is anybody else going to be doing anything like this? And he said, no. No. Nothing like this. It is time, Bill, to be very, very clear on where we are. And when you look at all of the things, we are choosing death every point. Do you know what they're learning in the Torah portions that are being shared this week in all over the world in synagogues? It is the story of Moses saying, choose carefully, life or death, because if you choose death, the Lord will wipe you off your land. That's what everybody who's
Jewish is learning. So that is your message, that the whole world's going to hell tomorrow? That's the message that you're going to get out there?
No, my message is, and it's historically fact-based tomorrow. I invite you to watch it. But my message tomorrow is, we are at a point of choosing. We are at a fork in the road. And this is America's point of choosing. Historians will look back to this time.
But it's already been chosen. They're going to go through with the Iranian deal.
They don't speak for me. They do not speak for me.
All right. So you're just standing up. You're letting everybody know what Glenn Beck thinks, and you've always done that.
No, it's not. It's
and
not.
We admire
I'm not.
that.
It's nothing about what I feel, Bill. It's what all of us need to do in our own realm. We have to stand up and let God hear us speak.
All right, Glenn Beck, everybody. As always, thank you. Plenty more as the factor moves along this evening. 2 more federal investigators say Hillary Clinton did indeed have classified information on a private server. Will she be indicted? Charles Krauthammer on that. But next, is there a war on police in America?
We're about to start striking fear, shooting down all cops that we see by themselves.
We'll deal with that threat, and we hope you stay tuned for those reports.